Hello, Zach. I'm sure you're excited for the Dark Souls gameplay that is promised in the title, and we will get there. In fact, I'm more excited about it than you are. Dark Souls 1 and Demon's Souls are two of my favorite games of all time. The weather here in Maryland, as you mentioned, is sort of okay right now. I wanted to just take a moment to say I hope that your brothers, first off, I'm sorry to hear about them being bullied, and I hope that they have the wisdom to listen more to what you say and pay more attention to that than they do to what a bully throws at them. With that, this Dark Souls 2 gameplay.
Now, Zach, as I'm sure you know, Dewey recently called me out, asking whether I could possibly be as big of a boss as he was in his Dead Island walkthrough. Now, Dead Island Riptide is coming out, and I'm very excited for this game. I'm sure I will be a great boss in it, but I also did a walkthrough for a little game you might have heard of called Dark Souls. Now, IGN just released what I think is actually gameplay footage of Dewey playing Dark Souls 2, which I'm phenomenally excited for. Let's see how he does. I'm sure he's gonna do great, right? He found his first bonfire already. He's doing so good. Look, he's trying to attack away at this guy. Sword and shield. Classic, goes to two-handed, kills the guy pretty quickly. Dual-wielding Dewey, no. That's what trash players do. As you can see, he found some salamanders and some fire. Yeah, that's right, you're just walking somewhere, no sign of monsters, better hold your shield up the whole time. It's dark down here? Well, the makers of Dark Souls like to use torches so that they can use radically unfair level designs to make you stumble around through the dark and get owned by monsters you can't even see. This guy, they actually implemented this simply because of watching my walkthrough. They know that I use backstabs a lot, and they put this guy here to frustrate me. So I'm glad to see he's also killing Dewey. And this is the classic corner trap. You might think that this is annoying in fighting games. It's much more annoying and much more deadly in Dark Souls. But those monsters were pretty typically fair. They were classic Dark Souls monsters. What is this guy up here? You can see it's a weird troll with like two axes. And Dewey does, like a boss, deflect that axe. He is pretty on top of that, but the second one cleaves his head in half and kills him. That was fantastic. Dragon skeleton and some shinies that, of course, Dewey walks up to, paying no attention to the fact that that dragon's coming to life. It's not gonna be good. But Dewey rolls it like a ball. Finds this creepy face thing and shoves a magic stone in its mouth, which is kind of similar to something that I've done with his mother in a more intimate and private circumstance, but it manages to light up this room for him so that he can see. Let's go see what he finds. It's a troll behind a door. Oh, he shot it in the head and angered it. That's great. He's got some moves, though, here. I'm actually pretty impressed, and I'm a little bit intimidated. He manages to do a really great job of backing up and shooting the crossbow at this guy. It's a pretty solid strategy. Kills it. He's probably expecting fat loot. Monsters in Dead Island drop loot like they're piñatas, but here he got nothing. Now, this looks completely and totally fair. I'm sure that those are just friendly environmental dragons. They're not gonna do anything on this bridge, right? That's just... yeah, it was not good. He should have made different, better choices, I would say. Yeah, run in the straight line, Dewey. It's a much prettier game, though. The graphics are much better than Dark Souls. You can check out our walkthrough to see the comparison there. Dewey tries to look all triumphant, and the game's not having it. Well, there you have it, Zach. I think that was both a Dark Souls 2 gameplay reveal and also a compelling argument for why I am more of a boss than Dewey. Just compare that trash gameplay to my walkthrough of Dark Souls 1. I think it's no contest. And as for Ray's video about the Wii U, Microsoft started it.